Hi team, Shaden here from Mooch Style. Now, our backyard is definitely a space for entertaining. We have put a lot of hard work into it and we've got to the stage where we are now ready to light it up so we can make the full use of it during summer, but also in winter when we are out in the backyard. It's dark by around 5 PM here in New Zealand. And we're having issues tripping over the deck, you know, and it would be so nice to be able to see the backyard when we're out the back. Firstly, a big shout out to our sponsors of this video, Philips. Philips have a awesome system called Philips Hue. You can use it both indoors and out, and we have a few of their outdoor products behind me. So that is what we're going to be installing today, the Philips Hue system. It's more than just your standard backyard lights. It is a smart system, so you can control it via an app, sensors, and you can even customize the colors. You can hook it up almost like an equalizer for your music, and there's just so many options, and that's why it really appeals to us for our backyard. The beauty with the Hue system is that you can connect them all up. So things like our spotlights that we're going to use on our olives, and then the LED strips, you can connect them together and then run them through to your standard power supply. So you don't actually need an electrician to install them. Some people would prefer to use an electrician, but we're going to try our hand at DIY because there is no electrical work. It is literally just sticking to their standard voltage, which they do recommend around the 5 product mark. So the 5 lights to 1 power supply. So that's what we're gonna do. We'll stick to that and we'll see how we get on. Right, so let's get started. Okay, so I have got a 100-watt power supply. So you can see it's got 2 connections here. So you could run, you know, LED strips one way and then all the lighting the other way, which I'm basically doing. So this just connects up to your standard power supply. Boom. And then what I'm going to do is I'm running some extension leads. So you can get 5-meter extension leads and also 2.5, and a lot of the products actually come with the 2.5 extension lead. So I've got a 5-meter running out of the garage, which will take me to the garden, and then I've connected a 2.5 to it to just give it an extra piece to connect it to one of the lights. Right, now I have to get behind these hydrangeas, which aren't looking too flat because it's midwinter. But anyway, I'll do it. Just laying the extension lead. Oh, my legs. Frankie's like, what is happening? The first of the lights I'm going to install is the Philips Hue Amarant Light. Now this is a linear light, which means that of course it's long, but it also floods. So you can see the angle that it sits at. So it sits kind of like at a 45, and with this big hedge above me, it's gonna do a really nice job of flooding light up that hedge, just to add, you know, a bit of interest to the space, I guess. Plus it will actually add a bit of light because with such a large wall it's going to light up the backyard, which is exactly the purpose of it. Okay, so I'm going to now be installing the Lily XL spotlights. So I've ran some extension leads round to here, and the olives, we want to cast the light up into the trees for effect. So these aren't actually hugely practical for lighting our space, so we want them to be a spotlight. So they come with a hood and you can easily just clip it on. And something else that comes with is the bottom, where you can screw into somewhere like this, or you can just screw this off like that and then screw these little ground spikes in. So I'm going to use the ground spikes put them in the garden and shine them up into the trees. It's going to create this really nice shadowing effect, as well as like light in the trees. These extension cables are going to be your best friend if you've got a big backyard to do. So I've been using the 5-meter extension cables, additional to the 2.5s that come with a lot of the units. But yeah, it's honestly such a lifesaver, and they are really thin as well, so you can easily just like line it between pavers, under pavers, or like through your lawn, garden, whatever. So what we've done is we've lined ours up on the outside of the pavers, and I'll just end up digging them under. So for now I've just pegged them in, but yeah, come spring when I'm mowing the lawns, the last thing I want to do is cut through one of these. But they are low voltage, which is awesome. Right, so now we are on to installing the LED strips. So this is what they look like. So they are really super flexible, and again, just like all the other stuff, you can change its color, super simple. So what I've done is I have used another T-junction, and I've connected them up. So there's two, and then I'll be running this 5-meter unit from here down through the middle and into the olives, and then the olives connect up with a big extension cord that runs through to the garage, because you can only power 5 units through the each piece. So yeah, hopefully it does the trick. But these things are pretty easy to install. So they come with these little pegs, which are over here. So these are them here. So they're little pegs. I haven't actually looked at them yet. So they look like they just literally like you screw them in, and then they just clip in like an alligator clip kind of, and then they just sit in the recess there. Super easy, just like that. Right team, unfortunately we ran out of time yesterday, so I'm now going to install the sensor for the lights. Now the sensor is really good to have, especially in say a backyard or even a front yard. So whenever it senses motion, it can trigger the lights to go on. You can also define which lights go on inside the Hue app. So I'm just going to install mine with everything it comes with. So I'll just put that there, and then it literally just clips in, and then it's got a little screw here that you just drill in. So we've connected the Hue Bridge to our lights. So the bridge acts as a bridge basically. So it allows me to control our lights off my phone. You can also do it off a tablet. Or use your voice to control as well, which is super cool. So it truly is like that smart home automation that you're looking for when you are installing lights. And Hue doesn't just stop in the backyard. You know, you can have lamps, lights, bulbs, you name it, it's all there. So I have had so much fun using the app on my phone, and let's have a deeper dive into what the app is like as well. Now that the lights are installed, I've downloaded the Philips Hue app, and it is so good. I've been playing with it all night, and you can see here I can like fully customize everything. So I've added my sensor lights to the app. I've added my Philips Hue Bridge, which basically connects it all, and then I have created 2 separate zones. So I've got the deck lights, the deck strip lights on one, and then on the other one I have the backyard gardens. So you can see if I click here, I've created a scene, which is a winter backyard garden sort of look, because all of these different lights here, you can either turn them on or off, separate ones, or you can customize each color of them, or you can create different sort of scenes. And what I've just learned is that you can even hit play here, and then they will cycle between different colors, which is awesome and adds to that ambience, right? Now, if you're not happy with that, you can also go into the Hue app scene gallery, and you can pick from some customized ones if you don't want to get creative yourself. So there it is, team. Our backyard has now been kitted out in Philips Hue. We are so impressed. The skill level is super low, and we were pleasantly surprised with how little time it actually took to install. I would have had this, well, Georgia and I would have had this easily installed in an afternoon if we didn't have some appointments, but it is all installed and looking so good. So definitely a weekend project for everyone watching. Next steps for us is that we want to get some of their wall lights and just to flood the space a bit better, because this project was definitely about creating zones, and now we want something that can flood our backyard, which they have. Make sure you check out Philips Hue online and also their retailers so you can pick up products near you. So a massive shout out to you, Philips. Thank you so much for decking us out and everything that we have here today. Jump over to all of our socials. You'll find us everywhere at Mooch Style. Thanks so much, team.